I'm IJBot. Hello. And this is 5 of the strangest things on Earth that you may never heard of. Number 1 is Vantablack, the darkest known substance in the universe. Vantablack is a nanomaterial that is darker than any other substance on Earth. It was developed in the UK by Surrey Nanosystems in 2015 and is actually a collection of vertical carbon tubes that are grown on a substrate. Vantablack absorbs 99.98% of the light that hits its surface. This means that the human eye technically sees nothing when it looks at Vantablack, making it the closest thing to staring into a black hole. Being one of the darkest materials, this substance has many potential applications, including preventing stray light from entering telescopes, and improving the performance of infrared cameras both on Earth and in space. Vantablack may also increase the absorption of heat and materials used in concentrated solar panel technology, as well as military applications such as thermal camouflage. BMW unveiled an X6 concept with Vantablack paint at the Frankfurt Auto Show in September 2019. The car looks really cool. However, the company does not plan on producing the color on production models of the X6. Number 2. The Blue Angel Sea Slug. Glaucus atlanticus is a species of sea slug nicknamed the Blue Angel. This otherworldly creature is as rare as it is beautiful, and is only found off the coast of South Africa and Australia. The slug's mesmerizing look belie a dangerous nature. The Blue Angel is carnivorous and feeds on other venomous sea creatures, such as the Portuguese man-o-war. It collects the venom from its prey in specialized sacs, concentrates it, then uses the venom on future prey. These sea slugs are pelagic. They float upside down by using the surface tension of the water to stay up, where they are carried along by the winds and ocean currents. They make use of counter-shading. The blue side of their body faces upwards, blending in with the blue of the water. The silver/gray side of the sea slug faces downwards, blending in with the sunlight reflecting on the surface of the ocean when viewed facing upwards underwater. The sea slugs are really tiny. At maturity, it can grow up to 3 centimeters or 1.2 inches in length. Coming in at number 3, we have Aerogel. This is Aerogel, the world's lightest, that is, least dense solid. Aerogel is a synthetic, porous, ultralight material derived from a gel in which the liquid component for the gel has been replaced with a gas. The result is a solid with extremely low density and extremely low thermal conductivity. It's been nicknamed frozen smoke or solid cloud because of its ethereal appearance. Scientists have created more than a dozen recipes for different types of aerogel, but they all share a similar process Mix chemicals together, let them settle with a wet gel, and then suck out all the liquid. The result is a substance of extremely low density that is actually 99% air. Because it's made primarily of air, and air is such a terrible heat conductor, placing a layer of aerogel between a flower and a flame will protect the flower from being destroyed. Or in this case, between a flamethrower and veritasium.
A little warm? That is crazy. It feels a little warm. Propane burns at about 2,000 Celsius. So this blanket is doing an incredible job.
Number 4. Rainbow Eucalyptus Candy-Colored Bark. The Eucalyptus degluca tree may look like it's fallen out of a Dr. Seuss book, but it actually grows in Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and the Philippines. This unique tree has multicolored bark that features bright blue, orange, purple, green, and maroon streaks. The unusual colors are a side effect of the tree's shedding. According to Missouri Botanical Garden, as strips of bark peel away, the tree's bright green inner bark is revealed. This inner layer slowly matures and turns a range of colors. The tree is grown widely around the world in tree plantations, mainly for pulpwood, used for making white paper. It is the dominant species used in the pulpwood plantations in the Philippines. They are also commonly planted as ornamental trees in frost-free climates such as Hawaii, Southern California, Texas, and Louisiana. How about you? Would you like to have one in your front yard? And number 5 on the list, there are underwater lakes and rivers within the ocean. Also known as brine water, underwater lakes are bodies of water that have a much higher salinity than the surrounding ocean. The briny water is denser than the rest of the seawater, which causes underwater lakes to form that appear separate from the surrounding sea. These lakes have distinct waves of their own that laps against the shoreline, and submarines can even float on these brine pools when they descend to ocean floor. Unfortunately, these lakes also contain high amounts of toxic methane and hydrogen sulfate, so swimming in them could be toxic for humans. These underwater lakes and rivers can be small as a few feet across or as large as a few miles long. They're even very similar to lakes and rivers on land, with shorelines, surfaces, even waves. And there are even some creatures that enjoy hanging out by these lakes, like underwater beach bums. Huge fields of mussels are found growing along the edges of some of these lakes, but they're not exactly sunning themselves. This far beneath the ocean's surface, sunlight is extremely hard to come by. As we know, sunlight plays an extremely important part in the food chain here on land, but this far down, organisms like these mussels have adaptations that allow them to get their nutrients from bacteria that convert methane and other chemicals in the salty water into energy. While we've come a long way in our understanding of the ocean, most places are still unexplored and many questions are unanswered. And I'm sure there's much more strange things to be discovered for future episodes. That was the top 5 strangest things on Earth that you may not have known about. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!